You can be surrounded by hundreds, if not thousands of people and still feel completely lonely. It's a strange phenomenon that many of us have experienced at some point in our lives. But what is it? How do you even get to a point where you feel so lonely? And how can we fix it? Well, today I'm going to answer these questions and more, so make sure to stay till the end. We're going to start off with no one, feeling disconnected. When you feel disconnected from everyone around you, that's when you know you're really lonely. You look around and see people talking and laughing, but you don't feel like you can join them or maybe don't want to. The American psychologist Abraham Maslow, who developed the hierarchy of needs, suggested that humans have an innate need to belong, which he called the belongingness and love needs. Without this need fulfilled, a person may suffer from loneliness and become psychologically damaged. This means that if you don't have anyone to turn to, no one to share your thoughts with, or no one who genuinely cares about you, you might feel disconnected and lonely. Even worse, this feeling can eat away at you until you develop mental health problems. No. 2. Living in a bubble. In today's modern society, it's easy to become engulfed in your own life. Between school, work, family, and friends, you're busy all the time. And when you're not busy, you retreat into your room and spend hours upon hours on social media, watching TV or playing video games. We call this living in a bubble. You're surrounded by things, but you're never actually present or connected to anything around you. Worse yet, you don't interact with other human beings on a regular basis. Over time, this will take a toll on your mental state, and you will eventually feel lonely because you're not living life like it was meant to be lived. As human beings, we thrive off of connections, and without them, we wither away like a plant that doesn't receive sunlight. Number 3, lack of close relationships. Imagine living your whole life with no one to call a friend. That sounds scary, right? Well, for millions of people around the world, this is their reality. They wake up every morning and go through the motions of life without ever really interacting with anyone. They go to school or work and sit at their desk all day. Then they come home and spend their nights alone, eating takeout, watching Netflix, and scrolling through social media. Sure, they might have acquaintances or people they talk to on a surface level, but they don't have any close relationships. They don't have anyone they can call in the middle of the night when they're having a panic attack, or when they just need someone to listen to them vent about their day. If you don't have someone like that in your life, then chances are you're pretty lonely. 4. Always comparing yourself to others. One of the worst things you can do is constantly compare yourself to those around you. When you do this, you're resetting yourself up for failure because you're always going to find someone who is better off than you. Maybe you compare yourself to that cute couple and feel bad because you're single. Or maybe you compare yourself to your friend who just got a new car and feel bad because you can't afford one right now. Whatever it is, you're always going to find something to compare yourself to. And when you do that, you're only going to feel worse. For example, let's say you're single and you compare yourself to that cute couple. You might start to feel bad about yourself and think that something's wrong with you. You might start to feel like you're not good enough or attractive enough. And as a result, you start to feel lonely. Even though you're surrounded by people, you might start to feel isolated and detached. This is because you've allowed your thoughts to get the best of you. And as they say, once you start down that road, there's no telling where it might end. No. 5. Losing interest in your hobbies. When you're really into something, you dedicate your time and effort to it. You practice and hone your skills until you're really good at what you do. But what happens when you lose interest in that activity? Maybe you used to love playing the piano, but now you don't feel like practicing anymore. Or maybe you used to love painting, but now you don't feel inspired. Whatever it is, you've lost interest in something that you once were passionate about. This can be a sign that you're lonely, because when you do and have anything to look forward to, It's easy to become unmotivated and lose interest in everything around you. This is why it's important to always have something to look forward to. Whether it's a hobby, a project, or simply spending time with loved ones. Having something to look forward to gives you something to live for and makes it easier to get out of bed every morning. If you don't have anything to look forward to, it's easy to become stuck in a rut and feel unmotivated. Before you know it, you're comparing yourself to others and feeling left out. Before you know it, you're always alone and never have anyone to hang out with. And before you know it, you're starting to feel lonely. Number 6, fear of rejection. Rejection is something we're all afraid of, but it's something we all have to experience at some point in our lives. Maybe you're afraid of rejection because you've been rejected before. Maybe you've been rejected so many times that you're restarting to think there is something wrong with you. Whatever the reason, your fear of rejection is keeping you from forming close relationships with others. You're afraid of getting hurt, so you keep yourself from letting anyone in. But here's the thing, rejection is part of life. Everyone experiences it at some point, and the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can move on from your fear of rejection. Otherwise, your fear will only continue to grow, and before you know it, you'll be so afraid of getting hurt that you push everyone away and find yourself completely alone. Number 7, you have low self-esteem. When you have low self-esteem, you don't believe in yourself. You don't think you're good enough, smart enough, or beautiful enough. You're always looking for external validation because you don't feel like you can validate yourself. And this is one of the main reasons why people with low self-esteem are often lonely. They push people away because they don't feel worthy of love or friendship. They believe that they're not good enough for other people. And as a result, they find themselves alone and rejected. The only way to overcome this is to build up your self-esteem. This takes time and effort, but it's definitely possible. There are many resources available to help you, including books, articles, and even therapists. If you're struggling with low self-esteem, please reach out for help. Don't let another day go by thinking you're not good enough. No. 8, lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It's important for building strong relationships because it shows that you care about others. When you lack empathy, people can sense it and they will likely avoid you because they don't want to be around someone who doesn't care about them. This is one of the main reasons why people who lack empathy are often lonely. They simply don't have the skills necessary to build strong relationships. If you want to avoid loneliness, it's important to develop your empathy. This means taking the time to understand how others feel and showing compassion and kindness. It's not always easy, but it's definitely worth it. After all, we're all human and we all need someone to care about us. And now, 9, feeling misunderstood. When you feel misunderstood, it's easy to become lonely. You feel like you cut and connect with others on a deeper level and that no one really knows you. As a result, you might withdraw from social situations and isolate yourself. This can make loneliness feel even worse. After all, it's hard to connect with others when you don't feel like they understand you. The good news is that there are things you can do to overcome this. First, try to communicate your thoughts and feelings clearly. This might take some time and effort, but it'll be worth it if it means that people finally understand you. Second, try to see things from other people's perspectives. This doesn't mean that you have to agree with them, but it will help you to understand where they're coming from. Finally, don't be afraid to open up to people. Share your thoughts and feelings with those closest to you and see what happens. Chances are they'll be more understanding than you think. So have you watched this far? If you have, comment down below. Let me know if you think I missed anything. Thanks for watching. See you next time.